We have big news today. Genshin Impact has released a survey about all the problems in their games. And we're gonna look at Saint Tas's video about him going over the survey because I refuse to download Genshin Impact myself just to do this survey. So we're just gonna skip through his video and see the type of questions they have. I'll link his video down in the description in case you want to actually watch his video. But for this one, all we're gonna do is look at what they're putting in their survey. Alright. First thing first, right here, as you can see, it says, how satisfied are you with the time limit on acquiring talent level up materials and weapon materials? Basically, where it's their like Sundays everything, Monday to Thursday, you get it, where it's like each day you get specific materials, which I thought from the very beginning was the stupidest thing ever. Why couldn't every day just be like a Sunday where it's always available? Then they implement that change into their new game, Honkai Star Rail, and leave Genshin in the dust, where they're still to this day having this thing. And you can tell they know it's a problem. It's right there. It's like, oh, how do you feel about this system? Like, obviously, you know people aren't satisfied with it, right? And then the next thing that they bring up, let's just skip through here. Next thing, how do you prefer to farm materials? Why on earth would they have a question like this if they didn't know that people were complaining about the stupid schedule that they have for domains? Like, this is one of the reasons why I quit Genshin, because this is absolutely ridiculous. The fact you have to plan a schedule. I remember being in, like, what was it, like 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I remember having to looking through like guides and stuff to like figure out how to future build my characters, and they would have a specific like calendar for how you can best build your character, where it's like, oh, on these days you build the bosses, these days you go get your talent materials, these days you go ahead and get your artifacts for your character, and then depending on if you get their weapon or not, here's the days you gotta focus on to get the stuff for their weapon. It was ridiculous because it was like a huge calendar. Let me see if I can go ahead and find it, because like the fact that they had things like that, where it was like a calendar to help people know what to build that day, is wild. Okay. I couldn't find it when I was trying to search for it during this video. So if I do find it, it'll appear right here. If not, then there'll be nothing there and I'll look like I'm crazy. Alright. Anyways, where was I? I was gone that long. Okay. Right, pre-farm materials. There was people who would have like these calendars for pre-farming materials just so that you could most efficiently use your resin to farm these domains. And now they're gonna talk about it? As much as I want to say they're probably gonna fix it, honestly it's too late. Even if they fix this, I will not be coming back. They can keep it. Why do you find the process of building talent, level up, and weapon ascension materials unsatisfactory? They know the issues. This question means they know the issue. In fact, they even give you answers that we have given them. They know the issues. Right here they say it. The progress feels disjointed, aka being unable to level up your characters because it happens to not be a Tuesday, or oh god, it's a Friday, I missed the day, Thursday was the day I needed, whatever am I gonna do? You missed the farming time, see? Such as forgetting, because it's easy to forget, or you have other things to do, because hello, not everyone has time to focus their days on playing this game. Time limits make it hard to plan resin. Yeah, hello. It's literally the same thing. Like, all of them are the same thing. All of these mean basically the same thing. Like, they're all the same thing, where it's like, oh yeah, this time limit has been causing me so many issues. Anyone who clicks no negative experience, you're lying. You're straight up lying. You're defending this game for absolutely no reason. If you are somehow playing Genshin and you click, oh no negative experience, you're lying. Say it's a negative experience. That way you guys can finally stop suffering. And I say you guys because even if they fix this thing, I am not coming back to Genshin. They will need to do a lot more than this for me to come back. Right? And let's continue. Next thing they ask, how satisfied are you with the material farming experience from the weekly boss fights? You know, where they only let you fight one boss and all the drops are random, and let's say the new boss comes out, it's not like you can use your 3 resets on that boss like you can in literally all their other games. So, once again, if anyone clicks they're satisfied, somewhat satisfied, even neutral, the only right answer is very unsatisfied. That's the only right answer. Anyone else who clicks anything else, you're a Genshin shill. Or you've been so brainwashed by this game that you think it's okay. Because I can't tell you how many times I get so aggravated because I'm trying to level up this new character in the new region, and you know what I can't do? Level up their talent materials because I don't have the right boss mats because the boss wants to give me 10 million of like the other one. This is a big issue for like when you're trying to farm Signora and they keep giving you, what's the one boss material? They keep giving you like the heart instead of like the butterfly that you need, right? And they just keeps giving you the boss because it's RNG. Like there's no way to chart a course to it or just like keep farming it. Maybe you'll get lucky and get 1 or 2, right? But the only other way that you can get the material you need are these stupid dream Sullivans, which are also not given to you every single time, right? So you could get like 100 of these before you even get those 2. And I've known that because that's happened to me, to where I've had to use these just so I can level up characters, and it's an absolute nightmare, especially when all you need is just one of these materials and they keep giving you the other 2. Like, it's worse than losing the 50-50, honestly, because at least losing the 50-50, it's like, oh well, that's a character I don't have to build. These, you need these to level up the character you're trying to use. So it sucks not being able to like chart a course or get a bunch of them, or like, you know, maybe instead of just getting like 3 of one, maybe they give you like 3 of each, 2 of each, something. Also, another reason why I quit this game, because I absolutely hated that. Genshin is the only game that does that, right? Honkai Star Rail don't do it, Zenless Zone don't do it. Obviously, Wuthering Waves don't do it. They wouldn't dare. So it's like, why does this out-of-date game, it's been out for 4 years now, and they've had multiple games that don't have this system. They know this system is garbage, but they still have it in this game. And that's the reason why people are quitting. And that's probably the reason why they're now starting to address these issues, possibly. Because there's no way they would have even dared putting this in a survey if people weren't quitting this game. Alright, let's skip through to the next one. How is your material farm frequency? Guys, what? Really? Obviously. First off, bottom question. I don't really do the weekly boss fights. How on earth are you leveling up your characters, first off? Secondly, are they talking about normal, like, boss materials? Or is it talking about, like, you're going in there and you're having to farm for these things, like, every week just to try and level up a character? Let's see. I only farm material for characters I'm building. When I have to build a character, I farm 3 times. When I have to build a character, I farm more. Whether I have characters to build, regardless. Okay, I get it now. So it's just, basically, are you logging into the game and spending resin because you have characters to build, or do you just do it just cause? Also, why on earth does it say I don't really do weekly boss fights at the bottom? Like, what? I feel like that's just like a throwaway answer. Like, they didn't really know what else to put there, so they're like, here, let's throw that one in there. Because no matter what, you'd have to do the weekly boss fights, even if you do it on, like, easy. Because you need the materials, unless you're not leveling up your characters, but then it's like, what are you doing? Alright, let's see. What's this one? What aspects of the material farming experience from weekly boss fights do you find unsatisfactory? I bet you it's going to be option all. Oh, nope. They have no negative experience right there. Never mind. Not option all. Among the randomly dropped materials, yes, that's what I was just talking about, right? Let's say you're trying to do Signora's boss fight, right? You need this one. It gives you, every month you'll get like 10 of these and maybe like one of those. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll get one of those. And it's an absolute nightmare. And I only know that because that used to happen to me, to where I had to use them stupid Dream Sullivans in order to get the materials I needed. I'd have like 12 of like the hearts for Signoras when I needed like the flame, what was it? Butterfly flame? Yeah. I'd get like 10 of the hearts when I needed like the butterfly, and I would have to grind the other bosses and pray to goodness I get one of the little Dream Sullivans in order to level up my character. I'm pretty sure it was like my Ito or something, where I was trying to level him up and they wouldn't give me the material I needed. It was an absolute nightmare. And it was then I was like, man, when are they gonna add an update to where they fix this? Like, I remember being clickbaited by videos being like, oh yeah, this is gonna change. And I'd be like, yes, let's go. Obviously, that never happened. Boss can only be farmed once a week. Once again, that leads into the same issue. It's the same thing, where you can't acquire the materials you needed. Even if you got, like, all the materials you needed, right? Let's say you needed the Flame Heart again, right? And you got all 3 drops for the Flame Heart. That's only 3 drops. You're only able to take your character up to like level 9, and that's only for like one of their talents. You need to go back in there again and again and again to even get close. And that's assuming you have good luck and you get the materials you need, and or you have them stupid little, what are they called? Oh yeah, Dream Sullivan. Once again, this would be easily fixed if you could just farm the same boss you needed multiple times in a row. And that boss only gave you like 1 drop, or it gave you multiples of like each drop. That'd be great. Acquiring the quantity of Dream Sullivans and other auxiliary items cannot satisfy my needs. Once again, the drops for them Dream Sullivans are so low, you're not getting them like that. Like, I don't know, maybe I just have bad luck, but I had like maybe 1 or 2 drops every month. Maybe 3 if I'm like pushing my luck. But it wasn't a lot. Like, I'm still wondering how so many people were able to build up so much of them Dream Sullivans. I've been playing the game. I was playing the game for like 4 years, 3 years straight, right? I don't think I've even acquired 100 of them. And that's with me like using them. I don't even think I've reached that many. Maybe a little over 100. If I'm like being a little nice and being like, oh, you know, I acquired a little over 100. But I know I did not acquire a lot. And I was doing the weekly bosses. Was I doing them every week? I'll be honest, no. But I was doing them a lot because, you know, I had characters I needed to build. Alright, surely the next thing they ask is probably going to be something else related to boss materials and stuff. Do the limits on materials mentioned above affect your motivation to build the character? It sure did, I'll be honest. When I'm looking at a new character, I avoided any character that wasn't gonna either help me, like, with my teams, or I didn't find appealing to look at. If it wasn't one of those 2 characters, I was not building it. Like, I was gonna build a Chi-Chi, and then it got to the point where I had to level up her talents, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not wasting my precious materials on my Chi-Chi, since I can't get the right materials I need for any of my other characters, right? Once again, I had to avoid doing something because of this stupid system. This whole system is absolutely dumb. But let's see what answers they give. It has reduced my motivation. Yes, somewhat reduced my motivation. No impact. Once again, there's something wrong if you're saying that. Somewhat increased my motivation. I don't know how it would increase your motivation to build your character when you're limited to what you can build. Like, I'll be honest. Anyone who clicks these 3, I need an answer. I need an answer, because how on earth has it increased your motivation? I mean, no impact. I don't know, maybe you're just like, this is the only game you play, or this is the only gacha game you play, so it's like, oh, well, I didn't realize there was another way out there, but I'll give you a little leeway if you click no impact, but if you click somewhat motivation or increase your motivation, you have issues. You need help. I'll be honest, you need help. You gotta stop playing these games or something, because how on earth has limiting your access to materials for your characters motivating you to play? I'm being honest. You need help. Yeah, I think that was it for the survey. But you get the point. Like, this survey is basically them laughing in your face and be like, oh yeah, we know all these issues that you've been having. We've heard you. We've just been ignoring you until now because, you know, a bunch of people probably quit their game, stopped spending on their game. I don't know. Maybe deleted the game, went free to play. I'm pretty sure because of that, now they're gonna look at changing things. If it wasn't for that, they would never change anything. But yeah, I just wanted to cover this since, you know, I was a former Genshin player, and seeing this survey come out 2 patches after I quit the game is absolutely wild. Anyway, see you in the next one.